this. Speaking of people making their own team, well, it's the same team. It's EXTREMUM plus Benta. I saw somebody post on Reddit the other day, like it was 7 or 8 years ago that Azza first played Benta in a game and we fucking railed NXL 16-1. So it's a little victories, guys. Give me that. All right. So with EXTREMUM, they're out of Sweet Snow. They didn't even get through the stage, the Swiss stage, which when you look at the competition, Prof, kind of feels unacceptable.
Kinda does feel unacceptable. I think they beat Izako Bors and they beat Honoris, yeah. So the Taz and Neo team. Those are the only 2 teams they beat, and then they lost to all of these better teams. Godsend was one of them. I can't remember who they lost.
They lost to
Bors and Windstrike, yeah. So
Windstrike loss is really bad.
CIS.
The year of CIS, you can't fuck with them. Yeah, but I think it can be kind of just down to being rusty, not playing officials, not playing together for a long time. They were in this weird situation with contracts and everything. So I don't think it's unacceptable. It's just an online tournament to get some practice in. They didn't need to win this. It's not going to change anything in their careers.
It does. Let me put it for you this way. Even though they have, where are they in ESL World Ranking? Even though they have ranking points, right? And even though that because of the core 4 of them and shit, they stopped playing last year in what? Like at IEM Beijing was the last event they played.
October.
So the highs of this team were after an extensive boot camp in Europe, both times, right? If we're going to be honest, that's where their highs came from, was extensive boot camps in Europe. What the fuck were they doing since October, right? Obviously trying to work out where they were going to be, having to move to all that kind of stuff. Okay, so they've moved country. I believe a lot of them are based in Serbia. They're 25th in the world as per ESL World Rankings, which Renegades are 26th.
Yeah, it's not going to last long. That's the thing as well. Exactly. Because in a couple of months, all of that is gone. They're gone. So they need to get points as soon as possible. I don't think Sweet Snow is going to give them anything in ESL, though.
Sure.
It is going to give them something in HLTV. Maybe not now that they lost, but could have.
It probably hurts them, but that's my point, is that these smaller events that they play in, you cannot go out in the group stage. You need to make it to the playoffs, like to at least maintain some significance. Otherwise, you don't get the novelty. Oh, you're Australian in America now? Yeah, you get to be in Pro League. That doesn't fucking exist anymore. So they need to win these events. And from what I saw some good moments from Jacob. I saw some good moments from Benta. I saw some decent clutches from Liaz. I saw Azza had a good map or 2. I'm still really worried about Gratisfaction. I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same. I just feel that like his style of AWPing, it's not consistent. And then if he has to play more of a passive role as an AWPer, then I feel like he's not adding anything, unfortunately. And I'm not putting the whole thing on him. I think the whole team needs to put in a lot of work for them to come. They're 22nd by your world rankings. I don't even know how the fuck that's possible. That's all the residual points, right? Yakinda, you look at this
it's not even that long ago, that they played the NNA, so it's just like some residual stuff.
True. Yakinda, you look at this team, right? Benta, Azza, Jacob, Gratisfaction, Liaz. Do you think they're a threat for the top 10 in the world? Like to make it to the top 10?
I feel like they had a long break and they couldn't actually they in the same mindset that they were before when they actually were playing a lot and were playing in big tournaments and all that other stuff. And now coming back to the Snow Sweet Home, it's like a start of it's only the start, and I feel like in some time they could be in like top 20 for sure.
Okay.
I would say even top 15, but they're not gonna get fast in top 10 for sure. They will need some time, I believe. Like maybe depends on how much they play and all that stuff. Maybe like 8 months, I believe.
It's going to be a grind. So basically, it's going to be a extremely long European boot camp. It's what we're looking at.
It's just because like the level of CS now is like always improving. Like it never stops in the COVID times, and like even before it wasn't even that harsh. Like now everybody's literally playing so much, grinding, always improving. Always you watch one more new demo, and you already see some new thing, And it's always like that. You just keep rolling. And like people who actually stopped rolling for some time, it's harsh for them because they're losing the rhythm, and then they need to work even harder to get back.
Where were you last year, mate, when we had the episode asking about what was changed during COVID? That's the shit we needed. We got good answers from Twists the other week. We got good answers from you on that. Anyway, Prof, what were you going to say?
I just wanted to say it's just like the meta as well, changing pretty fast, and then being in North America. That's one thing that's maybe overlooked. It's not like they were in Europe playing against the best teams. They were playing in North America, where the level was already on the downward trajectory, and then they come to Europe and they don't play almost for 3 months or 4 months in any competitions, and then they play these like lower tier tournaments where it's even more crazy, people doing crazy shit, geeking out in the weirdest smokes, executes, weird setups, whatever the fuck. So that is going to take some time to get adjusted to, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so it's one of two things. I think it's going to be a long grind, or they're going to have to make changes in the short term to try and facilitate what's going on. I'm assuming it's going to be the latter because they decided to stick together and they decided to bring Bente. Let's keep